Yes, welcome home.
New York, New York. So nice they named it twice. Or maybe we just stutter. They say there are 8 million stories here. About 107 are true. My name is Anthony Dellaventura. I used to be a cop, now I'm not. I'm a private investigator.
Hey, long time no see.
You gotta love the New York characters. Take, for instance, this guy I'm talking to, Manny the doorman. One name, like Cher. Doormen know all the secrets and lies. In my business, Manny's an asset. He's better than an encyclopedia, and he takes up a lot less shelf space.
Who's here for this thing, Manny?
Mayor's in the sanctum. You know, usual suspects. Mickey Kosufsky, Tim Byrons, Patricia Lombardo, you know, that whole crew.
Keep the car handy. I don't know how politically correct I feel tonight.
I got you.
Oh, Manny.
Yeah.
Here, Ben. Thanks.
Right.
Tonight was one of those endless fundraisers to replenish the party's war chest. But I was here to pay my respects to Sarah Macaluso. Sarah's an assistant DA who was about to be made judge by Mayor Giuliani. When I was a cop, there was never a problem when Sarah was on the case. She couldn't even say the words plea bargain. If a perp did the crime, he was doing the time. If the justice system had more people like Sarah, I doubt I would have quit the force. I might have even continued law school.
Anthony, thank you so much for coming.
Well, I had to pay my respects.
Well, before you kiss my ring, let's get to the confirmation process.
You have nothing to worry about. You brothers, father, how are they?
Excited. In fact, Pop's here. He's my date. You know, he's never been to one of these things. So what's he want to see? The kitchen. He's taking the tour right now. The mayor giving me this appointment is just a dream come true.
They're not giving you anything, Sarah. Nobody deserves it more than you. You've earned it.
Anthony,
Hey, Benny.
you're looking well.
So are you. How do you like this place?
My daughter I'm impressed with.
Well, you have every right to be, Vince.
Sarah, we need you in this picture.
Come on, let me show you two around.
I've got to get up at 4 to bake.
Let me drive you home. You know how I feel about most of these people. Now, go ahead. It's your night. Enjoy yourself.
All right, thanks. Thanks for coming. Good night, Pop. Here you go.
Sarah and I grew up in the same neighborhood. Her father and brothers still ran a bakery that made the best semolina bread in the city.
Can I get you a taxi?
No, I'm gonna walk. Just a few blocks. Thanks.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night now.
Put this on. Get the kid. Get your shirt off and get on the bed. Let's go. Go!
Greene Hines and Nicole Kidman tonight on The Late Show.
3 innocent people dead. A cold-blooded killer stalking his next victim. Can police stop him? Real-life drama. Manhunt. 48 Hours Thursday.
Frankie, hey, what do you think of my new watch?
That's Canal Street counterfeit.
I know that, but
It'll be
only costs-
broken by Tuesday. Next time, get the real thing.
You know what a genuine Rolex costs?
If you have to ask, you shouldn't be wearing one.
You got somebody waiting for you. You hungry?
Yeah, after she leaves, maybe some potatoes and eggs. And scramble the eggs nice and light, but no onions. Elizabeth Brodkin was from Upper Montclair, a card-carrying member of the country club set. When she called for an appointment, the tone in her voice told me everything. How can I help you?
17 years. I've never loved anyone else, and up until now, Jay has been completely devoted to me.
What does your husband do for a living?
He's an investment banker. He's been very successful at it, and up until now, very predictable.
Said your daughter. It's very pretty.
Thank you. He takes a 6:30 bus to Port Authority and returns on the 7:14. But things have changed. He canceled our vacation. I can't reach him during the day. And I caught him in a couple of lies.
Maybe you could just talk to him.
He's in a bed.
It could be very expensive to determine that for certain, Mrs. Brodkin. It requires operatives or specialists.
I'll pay whatever it costs.
If there's any other alternative...
Mr. Dellaventura, I need to know.
Excuse me. Go.
Anthony, it's Sarah. Can you come? I need help.
Where are you?
The hotel. From last night, room 406.
I'll be right there. I'll take care of it, I promise.
Thank you.
Tony.
Something's up. I gotta go.
What about your potatoes and eggs?
They look great.
I had this on. It's not mine. I don't think they had sex with me, but they took pictures, didn't they?
Gaffer's tape would suggest lights.
For videotaping. When I called the front desk this morning, they said the room was registered under my name. Called in on the 16th. No signature, but they had my credit card number.
No one's gonna know about this, Sarah. I'll handle it with my people, and I trust them with my life. Let me take you home now. The only bad thing about making promises is that you have to keep them. Even though Sarah was the victim, if word got out, her name would be tainted. When there's even a hint of scandal, a politician can outrun Carl Lewis. Her chances of becoming a judge would be as good as me dancing Swan Lake. I checked my encyclopedia. Manny said that if there was funny business going on in a hotel, it would probably be funneled through Seth Bowman, an assistant manager. Seth was a big sports bettor, but I knew his bookie and was sure I could arrange an introduction.
Oh, honey. Oh, are you all right, sweetie?
He didn't come home last night.
I know, but it couldn't be helped.
You've never stayed out all night. I woke up and you weren't there.
I know. I'm so sorry, but I'm here now, and I promise it'll never happen again.
Thanks for staying the night, Elaine.
No problem.
Yes.
How do you do?
Good to meet you. Honey, do you remember Mr. Dellaventura?
You came to my birthday party.
I certainly did. You've grown quite a bit since then.
I'll talk to you later, Elaine. Oh, sure, whatever. Oh, an envelope came this morning.
Honey, do you think you could find something to do in your room for a while?
Mr. Dellaventura,
Yes, honey?
is something bad going to happen to my mom?
Diane, I won't let anything happen to your mother. That's a promise. That's Jerry. She's a chameleon. Blink, she's a biker. Blink, a librarian. And she can be your worst enemy.
Mr. Bowman?
Yes.
I think we have a lot in common.
How's that?
We're both in the people business.
Yeah?
I have a client who would find this hotel very convenient, and I would like to entertain him here on a regular basis, 1 or 2 afternoons a week.
Well, then you should talk to our reservations director.
In this case, discretion is everything. My client would like complete confidentiality.
So, you want a room with no record of occupancy by anyone?
Exactly.
I don't see how that's possible.
Well, I was hoping that, $1,500 a week might cover it.
We always try to accommodate our customers' special needs.
If Seth could take the money, I knew he was capable of a lot more. I decided I had to meet him in person. What's he wearing? What would ever possess someone to dress like that?
Well, you're just jealous because you can't wear spandex shorts.
Get out of here. That's Teddy. He's an ex-cop and an ex-club fighter. Jonas is part of my team as well.
Seth Bowman?
Teddy can bend your ear
Who are you?
or your arm.
Who do you need to talk to? About Sarah Macaluso?
Jonas is my electronics expert, but he can still send a message the old-fashioned way. Get him up, Jonas. Don't you hate when that happens? But he's all right. He's all right. He just had a little fall.
I don't know who you are, but I've got nothing to say to you.
Sarah Macaluso is a personal friend of mine. Her mother, God rest her soul, died when she was just a kid. She lost her husband in a construction accident. So she's had a lot of adversity in her life. Now, I'm here to make sure she doesn't have any more. You understand?
Yeah.
Who asked you to set her up?
I don't know. I swear to you, I set her up, but I have no idea who was behind it. The money was delivered to me by messenger. The only thing I did was pick up the kid and bring him to the room.
Where?
Some pool room. Down on Mulberry Street.
What's his name?
I don't know his name. Someone in the pool room. They called him Babyface.
This is mine, by the way.
I'm Chris Holmes, and this...
A brother's return brings only trouble to his family.
I'm not a thief, get it straight.
Special guests Della Reese and Richard Thomas in the season premiere of Promised Land. Then, Robert Stack knows more than he's telling.
I trust you have proof.
About an unsolved mystery.
You have to go to the authorities. I am the authorities.
All new Diagnosis Murder after Promised Land, CBS Thursday.
Friday.
Guess who's taking Don and Cheech on the road again?
Ow.
Willie Nelson guest stars on an all-new Nash Bridges, CBS Friday.
please.
Come on. Don't make me smack you. Get out of here. Be a tough guy. Come on, get out.
You don't look like much on videotape. Let's see what kind of a stick man you are. Well, we have the place all to ourselves. Just you and me.
You a cop?
If I were a cop, you'd be wearing silver bracelets and I'd be reading you your rights. I'll rack, you break. Who paid you to participate in the videotape the other night?
No one paid me to do anything.
Then you're dumber than I thought. Now, if nobody paid you, you had to do it to please someone like a heavy hitter.
Well, maybe he is.
I know people like that. They usually end up in a joint or with two behind the ear. What's his name? I'm going to find out, because when I make up my mind to do something, I never fail. Now, you got two choices. Either you tell me his name now, or when I find out, I'm going to tell everyone on the street that you're my source of information. It's your call. What's it going to be?
Tommy. Tommy Batts. I never seen anyone shoot like that before. What's your secret?
Never miss.
I convicted Tommy Batts of extortion and attempted murder. Tried to kill the victim with a baseball bat in front of the man's daughter.
Mobbed up?
To his eyeballs.
Wise guys don't usually go around antagonizing DAs.
Tommy's a loose cannon. That's why he's not a made man. He was thrown out of the Quinto family. I don't know who he's with now. I blocked his parole 3 times. The last time, he promised he would get me.
Yeah.
Jonas.
Hey, what's up?
Where are you?
I'm outside the banking firm.
The bank where Jay Brodkin works?
Yeah, where Jay Brodkin used to work. Dude's been gone for almost a year.
How could his wife not know this?
Receptionist must have been pretty high on his Christmas list. She's been forwarding his calls.
What does this guy do all day?
It's a good question.
Well, we'll have to put a tail on him. Jonas, meet me at Sarah's at 6 p.m. with a full house.
I'm there.
Later. Some animals you hunt. Others you catch by letting them come to you. So I set a trap and waited for Tommy Batts. While Jonas fine-tuned his equipment, I entertained the troops in the kitchen. Spaghetti carbonara. Perfection of simplicity. A food of the gods. Lightly beaten eggs. Cooked by the hot spaghetti. Pancetta. Now, if you haven't got pancetta, bacon bits will do. Grated Parmesan cheese. A little cream. Parsley. Plenty of fresh parsley. Now, do you think you can remember all that, Diane?
I have a photographic memory. Thank you very much.
Here, try it. Don't burn yourself. Sarah, remember, if it's Tommy, keep him on the line as long as you can.
Hello?
What did you think of the video? I thought you photographed very well.
Listen, you pig.
Can I quote you on that, Mrs. Macaluso? Or should I say, Judge Macaluso?
For what reason would you...
I have 10 years worth of reasons.
What do you want?
I got what I want.
It's a payphone, 8th Avenue near 43rd Street.
Stay here with him. I'll take care of it. Eighth Avenue. X-rated movies, peep shows, and videos of every kind of sex you can think of. And some you wouldn't want to. I'm an open-minded kind of guy, but it's snapped shut in places like this. If Tommy called from here, I knew his litter box was nearby. I just had to follow the smell. I'm looking for Tommy Batts.
Can I help you, pal?
Are you him?
Yeah, what's this about?
Sarah Macaluso.
Macaluso? Macaluso? Oh, yeah, the porno queen.
No. No, she's the prosecutor who locked your ass up for 10 years.
What are you, a cop?
A friend. I have none of the restraints of being a cop. So I want the tape. And I'm gonna give you till midnight.
Till midnight, huh? And I'm gonna give you this tape because you're who?
Dellaventura. Anthony Dellaventura.
Anthony Dellaventura, huh? What, do you know somebody or you just looking for trouble?
Not looking. But you found it.
No, you found it, my friend. Hey, wait a minute. Let me tell you something. I did 10 years because of that bitch. Now, I'm gonna make her suffer. I'm gonna enjoy every minute of it. There ain't a damn thing you're gonna do about it. Eddie! What are you doing? Get out of the rain! You wanna meet him? I'll bring him over. I didn't think so.
Tommy Batts was correct. Bringing in the police was not an option. But I had a bigger concern when I saw who Tommy Batts was paying tribute to. The guy standing on the corner in the rain was a made man who was with New York's most powerful crime family.
These kids have the blues.
This is KFES 12, Cape Girardeau, Paducah, Harrisburg, Marion.
The address is CBS. Welcome home.
I didn't get the tape, but I had some other ideas. For now, I needed a break from Tommy Batts. So I decided to try and find out what Mr. Brodkin was hiding from his wife.
Yeah.
He's about 10 feet in front of me. Average height, gray suit, bow tie.
I got him.
Let's go. Oh, man. Hey! What are you doing?
Making a buck.
You're killing us.
So sue me.
A 70th birthday party was being held for Sarah's father at the bakery. A loving celebration for friends and family. I came along to make sure it stayed that way. Why don't you go ahead and I'll catch up with you, okay?
My father knows me so well. What if I have to explain?
There's nothing to explain. You didn't do anything wrong, Sarah. Go ahead, I'll see you in a minute.
Matt?
I grew up playing stickball in this neighborhood. At one time, I was a three-sewer man. It was a lucky shot. Rather than tempting fate, I decided to go back into retirement.
Happy birthday. See you.
Dellaventura! Jeez, I hope the hell I'm not late. I just thought I'd stop by and bring a video for the party, you know?
This isn't about blackmail. You want to torture her.
Got something else to tell me?
In front of her daughter?
Her father or brothers on this street where she was born. I won't allow it. No more talking.
You will never, I repeat, never bother her again.
You have just stepped over the line, my friend. There are some people you're gonna have to deal with now. You see Scoops over there? See, Scoops don't say much, but he sees everything. You know what I mean? I'll see you around.
Counting on it.
Doing a tap dance in the guy's car with a baseball bat may or may not have been the best approach.
So you lost your temper.
No, I didn't.
So you knew this guy Scoops was a made man?
Mm-hmm. Hey, can't take a joke?
That's what he used to say when we were on the job, remember?
I would catch him, she would cook him. She put so many wise guys in the joint, they used to call it a Mac attack.
Here's the Judge Mac attack.
I don't think so. I just don't see that happening. All I care about now is protecting my family.
Sarah, you're not throwing in the towel. You have a public confirmation hearing tomorrow at 10. You're being sworn in the next day.
For tomorrow's hearing, about 5 soldiers to keep away the undesirables.
Teddy, after what happened today, there's bound to be some backlash. So it's important that I say this, and I want you to tell it to the others. I'm obligated because I know Sarah and her family. To go against this guy, but you're not.
I appreciate you letting me off the hook, but I can handle it.
You don't have to.
Hey, I'm not leaving you alone with these animals. I can handle it.
I'm not going to question your loyalty.
I can handle it.
But the thing is, can you handle it?
Do you see what I got to put up with? Yo, hey, Jones, what's up? No kidding? Dennis Tommy Bass knows how to live. You got an address? Got it. Hey, it is what it is. Later. That was Jonas. Tommy has a place on the west side. Keeps all his porno masters in a safe there. His distribution center. I'm thinking Sarah's tape could be there.
Can you get in?
I'll let you know. When? Tonight.
You're just going to look.
I'll check it out.
You won't go in alone.
Of course not.
Teddy, watch yourself.
That's enough, that's enough. Come on. Put his arm up. Your boss always send you to do his dirty work?
Up yours.
Hope he's paying you good money, Teddy. Does he treat you good? Huh? Your benefits? Paid vacation? Major medical?
Go.
No matter how much you know or how well you plan, there's always the unexpected. Expect the unexpected. That's the Dellaventura philosophy. Teddy isn't the best of students. Tommy had written him a reminder in black and blue. Boy, you look like hell.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. I'll be back this afternoon.
Sarah's got the confirmation hearing this morning.
I don't expect you to be there.
D, you couldn't keep me away with a howitzer.
Sarah's confirmation hearing wasn't until 10. So I had time to catch Mr. Brodkin coming off his regular bus. He had a banker's punctuality. You could set your watch by him. But today, come hell or high water or unexpected garbage truck, no way was he getting away.
Where to?
49th and 8th.
Get the change.
Oh, wow.
Brodkin's destination was a dry cleaners, but he wasn't there to have his pants pressed. He was using the place to change clothes. Exposing Jay Brodkin's secret was a difficult decision, but in the end, I had a responsibility to his wife.
You said you had some news about my husband?
Yes, I do.
I've been preparing myself, Mr. Dellaventura. Is it another woman?
No, he's not having an affair.
Jay? Why? I don't understand. You're a banker.
I was. They fired me last October after 15 years. Doing this for 9 months. It pays the bills. I do quite well, actually.
All these months, you have been lying to me?
Liz, when could I have brought it up? At the country club dinner? The hospital charity auction? I couldn't do that, don't you see?
I thought, after 17 years of marriage, you go ahead and do something like this without talking it over with me?
You did your job. I'll send you a check. Can you drop me at the Port Authority?
You were afraid he was cheating on you.
I don't know if we can get past this. I'm sorry, Mr. Dellaventura. I can still catch the 10:30 bus.
It was wrong for him to keep it from you, granted. But it was a mistake out of love. He didn't want to let you down. That's how much he cared.
If you're not going to drive me, I'll catch a cab.
Sometimes we do the wrong thing for the right reason. Elizabeth, you couldn't be this angry if there wasn't so much love between you.
I've got Johnny T and a couple of the guys here.
You all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm okay.
Wait a minute, Sarah.
I'll tell you, Tommy Bat shows up for this here, and we'll go to war before he gets by us. Hey, Frankie said a couple of wise guys came by the restaurant asking for you.
Well, that's a good sign.
Sign? You better make the sign of the cross. Me, they heard it. You, they could be looking at clever.
Well, if they show up, tell them my horoscope says that this is not a good day for me to die. Okay? Go ahead. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Tommy Bass didn't show at the public hearing, but Sarah still had to be officially sworn in by the mayor. That was 24 hours away. Following the Dellaventura rule, I was expecting the unexpected.
Jonas and Jerry are taking great care of her. I don't know how to thank you.
When you become a judge, I'll think of something. Teddy, you're not eating.
It's hard to eat your food when you can't cut it.
Then I'll cut it. Teddy, let me deal with this.
What?
I was sent for by the head of the family.
Nothing is worth this. I'm going to withdraw.
That won't change a thing, Sarah. It's all right. I was getting exactly what I wanted. The only one who could help me was the boss. And the only way to see him was to get sent for. I set it up perfectly. In theory.
Muoviti, c'è venuto. Basta, ragazzi, basta, lasciatelo andare.
San Sergio, questo è Anthony Dellaventura.
Tommy Batts is with me. I know. You have a business relationship. He's a big earner. He's under my protection. And we have a very serious problem.
No, not we. You have the problem. You. I know who you are, Dellaventura. And there are people who vouch for you. But you stepped over the line.
Sometimes that's unavoidable.
Man has to have parameters. If you step outside those parameters, there are consequences. You're supposed to be smart.
Not always. I'm just committed.
This means what?
I can't quit this. If you want me to stop, you're gonna have to.
What? Put you in the ground? This can be done. Easy. This woman who wants to become a judge. A relationship with a person like that can be very beneficial. I don't know, maybe there's a way we can work something out.
Let me stop you before you go any further. There can be no deal at no time whatsoever.
For a man who could end up being filleted like a tuna, you're pretty sure of yourself. You say you know who I am. Well, I've known who you are for as long as I can remember. You're from the old school. Unlike today, where everyone bends the rules to justify their actions. I know you believe there is such a thing as right and wrong. Tommy Batts preventing Sarah Macaluso from becoming a judge is wrong. She put him in jail. She locked him up, and yes, she put him away. But she did it above board, fair and square. He knew the rules, he knows the score, and he knew the risks.
She won, he lost. End of story.
3 times she blocked his parole, without reason.
Without reason?
Without reason.
The guy he almost killed. He beat him with a baseball bat in front of his 9-year-old daughter. I want the tape.
Scoops, get in here!
Give me the tape.
What the hell's going on here? I thought the old man was supposed to take care of this.
I saw the old man, that's why I'm here. I'm gonna tell you one more time. Give me the tape.
Who was supposed to take care of this? What the hell's going on here?
You see, that's the thing about Scoops. He don't say much, but nothing gets by him. He truly does know everything. Give me the tape. All the tapes and all the copies.
Yeah. Now get the hell out of here.
That's for Teddy Naples.
The Constitution of the State of New York.
And the Constitution of the State of New York.
And I will faithfully discharge.
And I will faithfully discharge.
The duties of.
The duties of.
Judge of the Criminal Court.
Judge of the Criminal Court.
Of the State of New York.
Of the State of New York.
In the City of New York.
In the City of New York.
To the best of my ability.
To the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you. Thank you for being there.
Because of my time as a cop, I don't usually associate courthouses with things turning out right. But there are some days when everything falls into place. Elizabeth Brodkin was angry at her husband, Jay, only because there was a part of his life he didn't share with her. She didn't care about the big house in Upper Montclair or the country club. She loved him. They sold the house. Now they live in a 1-bedroom on West End Avenue and work side by side. They've never been happier. There are some days when I know I've helped people that I feel like I'm the luckiest man alive. If you need me, I'll be around.
Straight talk from Dellaventura.
When going out at night, there are a few things you can do to make yourself a little safer. 1, always walk in well-lighted areas. 2, walk tall. Try not to look like a victim. And 3, get yourself a bat about this big.
Catch an all-new Dellaventura. CBS next Tuesday.
Nicole, Gregory, and the gospel group God's Property. Following your local news, which is next.
He has been on Missouri's death row longer than any other inmate, and tonight convicted cop killer Sam McDonald will be executed. We will have a live report. The KKK rally set for next month in Western Kentucky is drawing fire from local residents, and a new chief is named to head up the troubled West Frankfort Police Department. Heartland News at 10 is next.